I don't sell my refillable bottles to everyone. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, aren't you in business to make as much as you can? And the answer to that question is yes and no. You see, I wouldn't be in business if I didn't know exactly who my products are not for. And later in this video, I'll explain exactly why selling to everyone would be a really big mistake. But first, let's talk about the first person I don't even sell to. This person is probably the most obvious one on the list. I don't sell to anyone who doesn't notice visual inconsistencies. This person includes those who they don't mind how the drugstore bottles look on their shower shelves or their countertops, or the people who prefer a more eclectic surrounding and home environment, and even those people who may have purchased a refillable bottle from somebody else, but they don't pay attention to precision and details. I'll show you a couple of examples on the screen of what I'm talking about. These refillable bottles have fonts that had to be changed just to fit on the label. The font size was just all wrong. And mine, the way I design mine, is I use the longest word and then design around that. Visual consistency clearly doesn't matter to everyone. Now, the second person I don't sell to is the person who feels pride in displaying a brand on their body or in their home. There are several reasons why people may feel pride in displaying a brand. Those things might come down to feeling like being a part of a community or feeling understood. And I'm all for community and feeling understood. But my bottles help a very specific type of person to feel understood. It's not the type of person who wants to wear someone else's label. This is the type of person instead who wants to define themselves and redefine themselves as time goes on. She's not making any loud announcements about who she is or what she stands for. Instead, she's just quietly growing day by day. This next type of person is easy for me not to sell to. That's because they're not even looking for me. They're the type of person who doesn't think it's worth it to transfer liquids from one bottle into another just to improve the look of their shower or their countertop. They don't see the value for any number of reasons. They may include how much time it may take to do the liquid transfer, possibly losing a little bit of product along the way, or even how much effort they have to put into thinking about when or how to transfer those liquids. But whatever the reasons, this person has priorities that don't include transferring liquids from bottle to bottle to improve the appearance of their home, their shower, or their countertop. And this fourth type of person I don't sell to is anyone who believes glass is a good idea in the shower. Listen, I know this might be a hot take because these days everything has to be labeled eco-friendly even to be considered a good idea. But I propose to you that a wet, slippery, hard-surfaced environment where you stand completely vulnerable is not the place for glass. And I have learned that there are plenty of people who disagree with me on this, and I don't sell to them. Now, remember when I said I would tell you why selling to everyone would be a really big mistake? Let's talk about that. I could tell you all the business reasons why knowing my customer is the secret to my success, or how selling to a niche audience is a smarter way for small businesses to grow, and those things would be true. But that's not the primary reasons why I don't sell to these four types of people. The primary reason is because these four types of people cannot receive the value that my products offer to solve their problem. They don't notice that the text is perfect. They don't see that the font is so easy to read even if you don't have your glasses on in the shower. Anyone can buy a wholesale bottle, slap a label on it, and put it up for sale. But that's not what I do. I design my bottles so they can be looked at closely, examined, held up to scrutiny, every line of text, every proportion, every detail. The goal is simple. When someone who cares about those details sees them in a shower or on a counter, she immediately recognizes that the problem has finally been solved. And that's the standard I design toward. I'm constantly iterating, constantly thinking about how I can make them better for you. And I hope that shows.